Well then, I hope to see you there tonight.
Okay, you got it. Good evening, Claire. I heard we're going to be telling ghost stories tonight.
That's right. Even if we're in this situation, it'll be nice to have a fun gathering.
Yes, you're right. I think it's much better than staying in our rooms alone. I'd better think of a story everyone will like, huh?
I've got a really good one planned.
Hey, Claire.
Yes?
About this thing Ashe suggested. I wonder if this is really only to pass the time.
Huh?
Well, anyway, I'll see you after dinner.
Now then, everyone. Thank you very much for gathering on this night. I hope this time will be worthwhile for you all. Now, before we begin, first, please wrap the red ribbons I distributed to your left wrists.
Why are you making us do this? Just to tell some stories?
It's all part of building an atmosphere. This is what we do in my country when we tell ghost stories. All right. Head above, hands left and right, feet left and right. I, Ashe Bradley, am the head. I shall sit at the head position. So, before our first story, there are some important points to go over. First, once the stories begin, refrain from moving from your seat. If you simply must leave your seat, there's no telling what may happen, so please, have the doll under your seat take your place.
This?
On to the second point. When your turn comes around, as well as when your turn is over, knock on the table twice as a signal. You don't have to be too forceful. Just make sure it's audible to everyone. Third, if anything bizarre happens mid-story, please do not panic. Fourth, please do not accidentally step on or kick the doll placed under your chair. It could weaken its ability to take your place. In the worst case, it could become unable to sit.
I understand losing its effectiveness. What does he mean, unable to sit?
These are all the important points. Now then, all preparations are in order, so I'd like to begin. We'll go from the left foot to the right foot, to the left hand to the right hand, and lastly to myself at the head. Now we'll begin from the left foot! Noel, go ahead!
Okay, I got it.
Oh, yes! There's one more important point I forgot to mention. these red ribbons you tied to your wrists at the start. You must not remove them until all the stories are over and the lights come on in this room. Understood? Do not remove them.
Okay, I'll start. Everyone, have you ever heard of the hangman's tree? Yes, the name alone is unnerving. Just as you'd expect, it's a tree for people to hang themselves from. Have you ever thought that you wanted to die? Regardless of whether you were serious, surely you have at least once. Those wishes find themselves granted by the hangman's tree. The hangman's tree requires no preparation. It already has a noose hanging from it. People who find it, as if drawn in, will hang themselves just like that, it seems. Where is this tree? It's surprisingly near to us all. It could be a tree by a quiet park. It could be a tree adding red hue to a mountain. It could be one of the overgrown trees outside this mansion. All trees that exist in the world have the potential to be hangman's trees. But there are a few conditions for a normal tree to become a hangman's tree. And they differ depending on the tree. A tree that becomes a hangman's tree if you step your right foot toward it on a rainy day while wanting to die. A tree that becomes a hangman's tree if you close one eye and whistle as you approach it while wanting to die. A tree that becomes a hangman's tree if you approach it at 2:36 a.m. while wanting to die. Some trees have simple conditions while others are more complex. And it can depend on the state of the tree. If its branches are broken, if it has flowers on it, if it has 27 bugs on it, if it's 158 years old, if it's changing colour in the fall, if there's a white paper tied to it. Complicated, isn't it? Well, when those conditions are met, a hangman's tree will be born. Oh, and there's one important condition that all these trees have in common. That is, thinking about wanting to die. Hangman's trees will appear before people who want to die. They push the backs of those who lack the courage to follow through. Now, here's what's really scary. There actually exist hangman's trees that appear even if you don't want to die. Those trees appear in your dreams. But the hangman's trees in dreams may be real or fake. Most are fake, so hanging yourself from them won't actually cause you to die. In fact, dreams where you hang yourself are said to be premonitions of great fortune, even if they may not make you feel good. However, if you hang yourself from a real hangman's tree, it may not be possible, but you should try your best to wake up. If you don't, you won't just die, you'll go straight to hell. That's the end of my story. Well, everyone, have a good night.
From there, we did as Ashe said. Next in order was Wilardo, the right foot, followed by myself, the left hand. Wilardo told an urban legend from his hometown. I told a story I heard from a friend long ago. The time passed uneventfully. Then next was the right hand, Sirius.
Well now, I suppose you're fatigued from all these scary stories. So shall I offer relief with a not-so-scary and quite wonderful tale?
Ooh, a silly one. I like those kinds.
It's not silly, I told you it's a wonderful tale.
I get tired of all the horror too, so I'd like something different.
Huh? But this was supposed to be all scary stories.
Not to worry. There are a few elements of horror.
This is just for fun. A little off the theme is fine, right?
Ah, but the atmosphere. Well, all right.
Well then, listen up to one of my most beloved stories. Cinderella.
Oh?
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl by the name of Cinderella. However, she was tormented day by day by her stepmother and stepsisters. Cinderella, did you do all the cleaning? There's still some dust left there. Start over. Yes, she was absolutely treated as if like a servant. Then one day, the prince of the land decided to hold a ball at the castle. Cinderella desperately wanted to go to said ball, but of course, her stepmother and stepsisters wouldn't take her there. And also, she didn't even have a dress to wear to the ball. She was troubled and at a loss of what to do. Where? I want to go to the ball, but I don't have a dress. Ah, how pitiable was Cinderella. Just then, bam! A witch appeared. Huwila hawala zazoom. The witch chanted a magic spell, and lo and behold, Cinderella was now in a fantastic dress. Thank you, Madam Witch. Now I can go to the ball. But how am I going to get to the castle? Don't worry, Cinderella. Huwilaha wala zazoom. The witch cast a magic spell, and lo and behold, there was a
pumpkin carriage, right?
Ashe, stop with the spoilers.
Everyone knows how the rest goes. And what part of Cinderella is supposed to be elements of horror?
There was a scary stepmother and stepsisters at the start, yes?
Huh? Them?
Anyway, a pumpkin carriage appeared. Oh, fantastic! Well done, Madam Witch! Cinderella sang the witch's praises. Madam Witch, thank you. Long live Madam Witch. Then Cinderella went to the ball and lost her glass slipper, and the prince found it and such and such and such. And they lived happily ever after.
What a rush ending!
The important part was over, so who cares about the rest?
Bravo, bravo for Cinderella! It's my favorite too.
Yes, yes. Moved, aren't you? A masterpiece which will go down in history. That ends my story.
Well then, it's now my turn. Much like Sirius, I'll be telling a story about a witch.
A witch.
Seeing as we're in it, it is also related to this mansion. A very scary story indeed. Some of you may be aware already, but 12 years ago, there was a mass murder in this mansion, enacted by the witch Dorothy.
It's that newspaper story.
By the way, did you know about the bodies of the victims? It was horrible, that's for sure. Too much to announce to the public. But I've heard stories from a friend who went to the scene to conduct autopsies. Dorothy wasn't satisfied with just killing. She played with the corpses. Their organs are put on display as if it were some sick shopping mall. The eyeballs were scooped out one by one and scattered all over the ground, shining with an ominous light. It was like a banquet from hell. Truly, it was the work of a demon.
Ugh. Frightening.
Luckily, that incident marked the last time Dorothy showed herself before people. It seems something else took her place. A massive, hideous monster, covered with many eyes. Perhaps it's the very monster Miss Claire saw. In truth, that monster has been sighted on many different occasions. People have supposed it's Dorothy's pet, or something born from the victim's hatred. But I think differently. Is it possible that the monster could be the witch Dorothy herself?
Don't be ridiculous!
Serious?
I told myself I'd keep quiet and listen, but just what are you spouting? That's beyond far-fetched. That monster is Lady Dorothy? Clearly there's no way, yes? You take that back. I won't let you slander Lady Dorothy.
You shouldn't get out of your seat. You'll be cursed.
Shut up! Apologize to Lady Dorothy!
Why should I have to apologize to a murderer?
Apologize, 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 apologize! Apologize or I'll throttle you!
The doll.
Stop it, Sirius.
Hey guys, don't fight.
Cool it, Sirius.
Kill you! I'll kill you!
Ah! Too much! That's too much, Sirius!
Ashe, are you okay?
Cool your head a little.
Shut up. Why are you all siding with him?
Ah, the ribbon!
You should have never entertained this farce. I'm going back to my room.
Sirius?
I hope you all get cursed and die!
Let's finish our meeting. Please take your seats, everyone. Head above, hands left and right, feet left and right. And this ends our meeting. Please remove the red ribbons. Whew, that surprised me. I suppose Sirius was a witch adherent.
Which adherent?
Someone devoted to a witch, of course. The scarier something is, it tends to pick up those sorts, right? Like some strange religion. It's scary. I was nearly killed by a murderous subordinate.
For now, I suppose I'll just have my bath. Charlotte!
Claire, so you're still alive.
Yes, I am.
3 days locked in here now, huh? Can't somebody die already?
No one is going to die. What are you talking about?
I mean, this is a cursed witch's mansion. It'd be weird if people didn't die. Besides, doesn't this stuff get way more fun when people start dying? Before that happens, it's so ho-hum that it's kinda lacking in excitement. Let's be real, it's boring.
Huh?
Seriously, Claire, you ought to die already. Either that, or go kill somebody.
Please don't be ridiculous.
I'm kidding.
I guess he's really mad, isn't he?
Noel?
Claire!
Trying to see Sirius?
Yeah, I'm worried about him. He wasn't acting normal earlier.
In that case, I'll accompany you.
Are you sure? I suspect he might just yell at us.
It's fine, it's fine. You're worried for Sirius, right? If the time should come, let's get yelled at together.
Okay.
Good evening!
Sirius?
Are you well?
Are you okay?
Sirius!
Sirius?
Sirius?
Sirius? Sirius!
Sirius!
What's wrong with you two? Do you know what time it is?
Sorry.
We're sorry.
What are you here for?
We were worried.
Were you? Would you come in?
Huh?
And you too, Claire.
Okay.
What did you think about what Ashe said? That monster is Lady Dorothy herself. Do you think that's the truth?
I don't know.
And Claire?
I don't know either.
Indeed, that giant red monster appeared just after Lady Dorothy disappeared. But that thing isn't Lady Dorothy. After all, it ate Lady Dorothy.
It ate her? That fearsome witch Dorothy?
As such, there's no way that thing could be Lady Dorothy. Or so I'd like to think.
So he'd like to think?
That's true. That thing couldn't be Miss Dorothy.
At any rate, Ashe, he took it too far. He doesn't know a thing about what Lady Dorothy and I experienced. He's just the kind of person I hate the most.
I understand that, but don't turn to violence, okay?
I know that. I'm going to bed. I think I'll cool off.
Right.
Good night, you two.
Good night.
Good night!
Thanks for accompanying me, Claire.
No, I just happened to be around.
Nah, you really helped me.
Did I? Well then, that's good. Come to think of it, I was a little curious.
About what?
Have the two of you met each other sometime before?
That's right. So you noticed.
I knew it! It looked like Sirius opened his heart to you a little, see?
Huh? Really? Sirius did?
It was worth it to be worried for him.
Sure, but that's a little surprising. Because, actually, I was thinking he might have a grudge against me.
Huh?
Okay, I should get to bed. Thanks so much. Good night.
Oh, bedtime already?
Yeah, staying up late's bad for your skin, so... Phew. Good night.